going on, esteemed witnesses of the courtroom? This is the Croc, and after the X and Y hype, I have a Pokemon Gold Silver Crystal TGBDual Wi-Fi battle against Crobat for the win. Now, we haven't had our rematch since the overused match that me and him had about 2.5 months ago. I will leave a link in the description so you guys can check out our first round. Haven't had many not fully evolved games, so I hope this goes well. I wish good luck to my opponent, and I hope you guys enjoy the game. Because hopefully tomorrow we're going to be bringing you guys a tutorial for something me and Crobat have been working on for Gen 2. With that, again, hope you guys enjoy. Because when looking at it, people such as myself, an A-star the third, when it comes to older generation Wi-Fi battles, it is hard to get things going with all of the hype for the new games. But without further ado, let's get into this trial. I'm going to be leading here with my Duxinum, which is kind of my para-inducer for the entire team, with Thunder Wave, Recover, Spikes, and Seismic Toss for neutral damage. Now, he is going to confuse me on this turn and then follow up with the Toxic, and that's going to make things for my Starving Artist very, very difficult, because all I want to do is get some paralysis on one of these witnesses so I can switch out into my Decisive Witness and get this court going in high swing. But Wing Attack is going to get a crit here. It's going to bring me down to very low yellow at 66, and I am going to get this Thunder Wave off. And at this point, he was like, no, because, you know, I'm playing Crobat for the win, so obviously Crobat's his star and favorite, so paralyzing a Golbat being his favorite and he can't really do much about it is kind of a win-win situation for me. But luckily, I'm able to get this Recover off, and it's going to bring me, after this next following turn, up to 165 with leftovers, and that's going to enable me to switch out into Von Karma here, being my Gramble. Now, I know Gramble probably doesn't take everything from Golbat, and I don't want to take unnecessary hits, but I'm actually a rest Zap Cannon kind of deal here, and I can go ahead and get the Heal Bell off and get this Toxic off, making him waste another turn. The thing I was thinking here is, since I have the Polka Dot Bow boosting my normal attacks by 12.5%, I can just continue to do whatever I like to this thing, waiting for a turn like this that is going to be fully paralyzed, and I have no Toxic to worry about, so that's going to help me out a lot, and I can just go for stabbed returns all day long. And you can see that damage is just beautiful. It's just under a 2-hit KO after Leftovers recovery, and that is just absolutely wonderful. That just shows you the power of a Polka Dot Bow on a very high attacker such as Gramble. Now I'm going to go for a return, and he knows he can get his Haunter in right here. He goes for the Hypnosis, which is pretty cool, because I was actually going to go for the Zap Cannon, because I'm trying to induce more para on his team. Now I can switch directly into my Houndour on this thing because it is a Haunter. I can kind of threaten like I have Pursuit, but I don't. I'm actually a Sunny Day variant. My whole thought process behind this is Houndoom in UU with Sunny Beam isn't walled very well, but in the Gold Silver Crystal tiers, Houndoom is actually borderline instead of UU. So I was like, okay, I'll just bring Dahlia Hawthorne here, my Houndour, which is a male, instead of a female like it should be, and be able to easily use it with the Sunny Beam. So he's going to go back out into his Golbat, and I figured that's going to be the case, so I'm going to go out into Old Man here. And the reason I'm going to go out to Old Man is I can go for a Safeguard, preventing his Confuse Ray, forcing him to switch out. Now he goes out into a Kadabra here. The only beneficial attack that Kadabra could do to my Xatu is an Elemental Punch of some sort, probably Ice or Thunder Punch, both of which that I can take decently enough with Houndour. He actually double switches out into this Flaffy here. I'm kind of on the fence about Flaffy at this point. I do have Melissa Foster here, which can easily take a Thunderbolt, probably a lot better than Houndour does, and I really don't want to get something unnecessarily paralyzed. So I have a third para inducer on this team, which is going to be my Bayleaf, which I'm just going to go for a Body Slam as this Golbat comes in. It goes right at half, but of course Leftover is going to bring it right above that mark, which is going to let me get off a Reflect, knowing he's either going to go for the Toxic or the Wing Attack. I was thinking the Wing Attack, that's why I set up the Reflect, but since I have the Safeguard, I don't have to worry about Toxic or Confuse Ray. as I'm just going to set up a Leech Seed. And he's actually going to get another turn of full peril, which is just fantabulous for me. I could have easily just, if he confused or toxic me, I could have just switched out into my Granbull. And I think he figured I would do exactly that, so he pulls out into his Haunter, which works out for me famously, because if there's an opportunity in this match, I'm going to get spikes up. They're right here, because I'll live a Thunderbolt from this thing. So I'm just going to get my spikes up, because I haven't seen a spinner yet on his team. So having those spikes down and doing that residual damage to his team is just going to be so beneficial. And now I can just go for a Seismic Toss. And I don't know if his Haunter knew I had Seismic Toss, so I can just deal that 100 damage safely to Crobat. Probably about 82 after leftovers. The Reflect's going to fade here, which opens up my options for switching pretty nicely. He's going to withdraw this Crobat and go back out to his Haunter, and he's going to take the spikes damage. So I'm going to go out to Von Karma. I know very well I can't really take that, and I need something to take a possible Explosion. I didn't know if he knew that I was going to switch out to Xatu, and he predicts that by going for the Thunderbolt, which is why I actually go for my Granbull, trying to get a Zap Cannon and an easy para on this thing. Because that would have made dealing with Haunter so much easier. I'd be kind of surprised if it didn't have a Recovery Berry in the form of a Miracle Berry, most likely. Because Paralysis Cure Berries are not a thing, but Miracle Berries are definitely a thing. But he's actually just going to explode on Melissa Foster here as I set up the Leech Seed. And he takes me down to 21. So at this point, Melissa Foster's pretty much death fodder for me. My only thing is I really want to get a Safeguard up, and he knows this, so he's going to go out to something, which a lot of things are faster than Bayleaf, but he's going to go out to something faster so he can get the jump on this Bayleaf before I'm able to set up this Safeguard, which is going to make things a little bit easier for him to set up his Confused Rays and Toxics and Status Ailments of sorts. Now I know this for a fact, so I can bring Duixinum back in, and I can usually just go for a Thunder Wave if I like. I see that he has Psychic and Fire Punch, and I'm going to make a mental note of that, because that's going to help me a lot in dealing with this thing, knowing exactly what elemental coverage that it has. And that, I luckily am able to get this Thunder Wave off on this Kadabra, and that's going to let me switch into my Houndour. Knowing that he has the Fire Punch, I can take that all day. And I think he's still scared of the Pursuit, so that is perfect for me, as he's going to be scared of the Pursuit. That's going to give me a free turn to Sunny Day on the Switch, which is just awesome for me because the Golbat's paralyzed, so under Sun, I'm quite sure a Fire Blast will take it out from that range. And I just need to confirm this piece of testimonies. I go for the Fire Blast right here, confirming this factual evidence, which it is a crit. I'm not sure if that mattered considering the sun was up, and Houndour's special attack isn't mediocre. The problem with this is Houndour is slower than Pokemon like that. Now he's going to come into Graveler here. Graveler's going to take the spikes damage, but unfortunately he forgets that Houndour can carry the Solar Beam. So that is going to be the end of Graveler right there, and that is a massive threat out of the way, which looks nothing like a Snowball, by the way, Crobat. But that being said, that is taken out of the way, and that was a big issue that needed to be dealt with. So now I've got a Sunny Day boosted Houndour here that's just sitting on a, beautiful sunshine, giving an opportunity for a free Thunderbolt switch in. I figure at this point Smeargle's perfect death fodder, so I'm going to let him take that Thunderbolt and go down to this little sheep with electrical fur and stuff. So I'm going to switch back into Old Man. I'm going to double switch into Rondelite, my Quagsire, which hard walls this thing, bar Hidden Power Grass, and I'm actually a Curse Quag with Sludge Bomb and Earthquake. I'm not sure if he's figured that out or guessed my coverage moves. Sludge Bomb's kind of for the grass switch-ins, and of course Earthquake for standard coverage, Rest for standardness. And he actually switches out into Eviolite, which is an Ivysaur. Now, after the spikes damage, Earthquake is guaranteed to knock it out. It definitely didn't matter, but wearing this thing down earlier was very crucial in taking it down with the Quagsire, because the Ivysaur was definitely a good answer if it could have taken something like a Sludge Bomb. So now, Alakazam reveals the Ice Punch to me, which I can see I can't take super well. But luckily for me, he is paralyzed, so guess what? I have 2 safeguard users on this team, which is going to let me get up a safeguard, so as long as his elemental shenanigans go on, he can't get any paras or burns or freezes or anything of that nature. So I was like, okay, no freeze, cool story, can bring in Houndour once again, not even worried about anything, and just follow up with a crunch, and it's going to easily force this Kadabra out because he doesn't want to take a crunch because it is a definite 2-shot, and since this Kadabra is paralyzed, I paralyzed it earlier. And again, I mentioned the notion that I'm very, very surprised neither Kadabra nor Haunter were carrying any type of Miracle Berry. That's kind of strange. So, the recipient to my crunch is going to be this Flafey, and this Flafey is going to take almost half damage. Leftovers, it's going to easily get back up to that over halfway point. Fire Blast, looking at the damage, almost takes him out, and he actually has Reflect, which is kind of cool. I've spent a lot of time playing 2nd gen, and I like Ampharos and the whole line, but the only thing is I don't see a benefit to it over something like Zapdos. But since we're playing not fully evolved, obviously Zapdos is something you don't want to be dealing with. So I'm just going to go for a safe crunch and take that down, and that is out of the way, leaving only his Kadabra. Now, I didn't particularly want to finish this match with Houndour, because I figured that would be kind of lame, because I could easily go into a lot of things right now. And Crunch, as you can see, is an easy, clean 2-shot, but he's going to get the freeze on the turn that Safeguard goes down, which is awesome. And I was thinking, okay, he's paralyzed, but the thing is he can still recover as I switch out, because I want to make this a little bit better game. It's a matter of pride and sportsmanship at this point, so I am going to switch back out into my Von Karma, as he has the opportunity to recover, as I'm just going for the Zap Cannons. And he just decides to stay safe with the Ice Punch, because maybe I'm almost thinking at this point that he's full out and no recovery move, because he has leftovers for recovery, so he's an all-out elemental Kadabra as opposed to that particular variant. So I'm going to go for the Zap Cannon. You can see from that range another one will take him out. It's just a matter of hitting it. And I could easily go for the return at this point. But like I said, I really don't want to end the game like that. So I'm going to go for another Zap Cannon. Psychic going to take me down all the way to the 43 mark after the leftovers recovery the 66 mark. And I am going to finish this game off with a Zap Cannon. So that was a really, really good game. Crobat for the win. I'm going to count it as a 3-0. It was closer than it looked. And it was a fun game nevertheless. And it was a 2nd generation battle that I could commentate and post that I have missed so much. By the way, guys, tomorrow is Sunday. I am going to be streaming, hopefully. Now, because of situations and living arrangements, I probably won't be commentating said stream. But I'm on the fence of a multi-gen stream and a 2nd generation stream. I really want to stream 2nd gen because I don't have a capture card, so I can't stream X and Y. But I can stream Stadium 2, and I can stream Game Boy Color Wi-Fi. So if you guys are going to be down for that, that would be epic, because I would love to do a multi-gen or a 2nd gen stream via YouTube. That would be happening tomorrow. Time would be, I'm not sure yet, because I've actually got to go take care of something for work tomorrow, most likely. So it's going to be kind of up in the air. But I hope you guys enjoyed that 2nd gen battle. Thanks for the not fully evolved match, Crobat. There were some really good predictions on both players. There was also some powerful plays on both sides that determined this battle. I'm going to count it as a 3-0 either way, because, again, sportsmanship purpose. I want to make sure that it was fair. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, you guys know the rules. Rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, peace out, objection, and find the computer room, and deuces.